what up, y'all? Tim Z here, back at it again, like you can always expect. And why is everyone in the EDC community gonna be broke? I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all buying too many knives, and that includes me, right? We buy knives that we don't even need, that we don't even use. We end up selling them or trading them in brand new condition. So basically, we see something nice online, like, oh, that looks really cool, I must have it, right? And you end up buying it, put it on the credit card, debit card, whatever. Use cash in person or whatever. And you get it at first and you flick it, you just enjoy it, right? And then it's like, oh, this knife is so great, it's the best knife ever. I'm never gonna get rid of this knife. And then you know what? You end up getting rid of it. How many times in this community have you seen people go like, oh, this knife is great, it's a keeper, it's a keeper. And like a month later, they're like, oh, trying to sell it. Yeah, trying to sell it at a loss too. Yeah, you know. This community and industry is built on the fear of missing out and addiction, all right? You know, the knives are so cool, right? We're visual creatures. We like to see cool things, and we end up buying a lot of knives that we do not need, right? Knives we do not need. But we never stop the cycle. It just keeps happening over and over and over again. We just keep going because why not, right? And this is why we're going to be all broke. It's because we spent all of our money, or a lot of our money, on knives instead of using it for other things, something that's more useful, right? More useful. And that's really the main thing to it. Do not go into debt for knives, guys. I know a lot of people going into debt for knives. The statistics are out there. The average American is thousands of dollars into debt, right? And got like nothing saved. And that's a shame. And knives are part of the reason why it's that way. Oh man, you see, I already got too many right here. How often do I carry any of these? These, I carried this one a day ago, maybe. This one, I just forgot about it and, you know, was hiding, and I carried it a few times. This one, I carried only a handful of times. You see, like, the condition's really great. Don't really feel like to use it. I mean, damn. This one I carried, and this one I have carried, right? This one's a pretty dope little knife, but do I really need all these? I don't think so. I really don't need to have all these knives. And you know what's the sad part? My collection is tiny compared to the freaking collections some of you guys got. You guys got monster collections, you know what I mean? Guys got way more knives than me in quantity and value, right? And how many knives is enough? You know, that's a serious question. How many knives is enough? And I know some people are going to say, oh, no amount is ever enough, right? But, I mean, I think there's a point when we got too many knives, and we need to keep, you know, keep ourselves accountable and stick to a certain number of knives. And like, for example, you say, oh, I'm gonna only keep 20 knives in my collection. If I want another one, I have to get rid of one. Oh, I just bumped the tripod again, my bad. And that's a good way to keep yourself accountable in terms of value and clutter, right? This is going to be a lot of clutter. Knives are clutter, especially if you don't use them, right? And most people's knives in this community are not used. How many times have you seen new in box, finger, whatever in box? That's because most of the knives are not used, and we don't really need these knives. We just have them. You can be using this money for your education. You could be using it for your kids' education. You could be using it on whatever, right? You could be investing that money. So one day you can have more money to buy more knives if you really wish to. But by then you probably won't care about buying knives no more. And I think knives are keeping us, poor. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about this topic. What do you guys think? Do you think there's ever a time you have too many knives? What's your method of slimming down your collection? How do you keep yourself accountable with your knife collection? Do you have a girlfriend or wife telling you to get rid of your collection or keep it, reasonable, right? Or do you guys keep yourself accountable, or do you not care? You just go all in YOLO, right? Let me know down in the comments, all right? Yeah. I thought I'd get into more topics like this. If you guys want me to talk about any other topics, you can let me know. I mean, knives are beautiful, right? You could be spending money on worse things out there, but just trying to keep the conversation open. And it's true. A lot of people have too many knives. They spend too much money on it. They go into debt for knives. It's like an illness, right? We got to keep that in check. I don't want to end up with 1,000 knives. Don't want to end up with 200 knives, right? And when you total up the value of all the money spent on it, you're like, damn, could have bought a house or whatever, right? Anyways, yeah, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. A lot of people who watch my videos haven't subscribed. Subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and I'm the one who keeps it real on here, No sponsorship, nothing, so I can say whatever. Follow me on Instagram, TimZUSA. And until next time, Tim Z out.